Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metro Last Light. This is bonus episode 5, or part 3 of Kshatriya DLC. Last time we actually made our way into the inner sanctum of the library and ran into the Librarians.
So, this is it. I have finally proven that I am worthy of becoming one of Polis Kshatriya. I am worthy of carrying out the mission of retrieving the artifacts, which are essential for our efforts directed at preserving the knowledge and culture of the old world. I have been assigned to the team handling the search effort in the vicinity of the Great Library. This is one of the most dangerous and simultaneously one of the most promising sectors of dead Moscow.
So this should be our final episode, as I believe we only have 10 more items to bring back, so 2 more trips.
Hello, hello, and hello once more!
And we already know where one of them is. We did see that traffic light out there. I don't think we missed the glasses. I think we're doing alright. I don't think there's anything that I can't find. And of course, we still have to find that secret map of the Metro, which is the same map that Artyom found in Metro 2033. I don't know why he didn't actually take it with him. I guess he just memorized it. But it's actually in the exact same room that we saw him in, that room full of like cabinets and stuff. Alright, I'm trying to remember which one of these is faster to get to the library. Oh no, wait, you have to go up to the surface first, because that traffic light is outside. And those are some s.t.a.l.k.e.r, we're just going to ignore them. Oh, right. I always forget about the gas mask. So yeah, we opened the shortcut. Yeah, this one here. It's storming out again, so that means radiation. But we've still got our hazard suit, so we should be alright. This is kind of around the point when you might want to get the armor suit, but I don't think we're actually going to need it. The only reason to get it is if you want to fight the Librarians, and, you know, it's not really the best idea. Alright, turn that off. I'm trying to remember if there was anything in here that I saw but didn't have the ability to pick up. I already searched all these cabinets. How are we doing on ammo? Pretty good. I mean, it doesn't really matter, since obviously I'm not going to intentionally try to fight a Librarian, unless he decides to pull beef with us for some reason. Sometimes they'll kind of do that. Even if you stare them down, they'll be kind of close to you or something, and they'll take a swipe at you, but they don't always fight you. Sometimes they'll just kind of punch you, and then you can back off, and they'll leave you alone. Okay, that's where we went out. So that means we haven't gone past here. Oh, shit. like that. Luckily, he did not follow us, which is good. Oh, maybe not. Here he comes again. We might actually be in a spot that's just confusing him. And this right here is their former comrade that they mentioned that we were replacing. He's got a Helsing. This is the reason I kept an empty spot. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the overpressure attachment, so we can't keep it pumped all the way. And that's the same sort of trap that a Librarian used on Artyom in the first game. I believe it was a shotgun instead of a balalaika. Alright, that irate Librarian seems to have left us alone. And of course the stairs are broken, so we can't actually get up to their patrol floor. So let's go down instead. Surprisingly, this power is still working too. Oh, but these lights are pretty old. There's also a whole lot of these little buggers. And some lurkers. They're just as much of a nuisance here as they were on the first floor. Sure we're not missing anything in between the aisles. So we don't have too long before all of these lights burn out. Oh. Another Liana. Well, that's not something we're looking for, but that'll come in handy. Another stalker who lost his night vision goggles. I apologize again every time we have to use these because they are kind of blinding and monochrome. We don't actually need them here. It's not really that dark, especially with the flashlight. shortcut opened up. How much stuff are we carrying? I believe we're carrying 3 things? Okay, 4, so we only need 1 more. That was a bit of a fall. I didn't actually mean to fall down here. You see these in a number of places on the surface, these kind of body collections. Presumably these are people who tried to take shelter here right after the bombs went off, and eventually the radiation killed them. Because even down here it wouldn't have been completely protected. Alright, our backpack's full, so let's head back up. That's not what I meant to do. Need to jump, Artyom. There we go. Sorry, not Artyom. I'm mixing up our protagonists. We are unnamed stalker. God damn it. There's so many holes in this place. Well, now I'm turned around. Where did we come back in from? Now we came from up there, and I don't think we can make this jump. Alright, yeah. So, looks like we'll have to find another route to the surface. So now we're in the proper bowels of the library. The librarians roam free. Weirdly, we don't actually see any of the heavily mutated black librarians from the first game. It's not clear how well they can see in the dark. However, you can hear that snoring, and not all of the librarians down here are actually awake. I guess we're deep enough in the library that they feel safe that nothing is going to come down here. Except nosy adventurers. And now we're back in the sewer system. We actually saw this grate at the very beginning. And now we've opened a convenient pathway that's straight into the heart of the library. We've actually gotten fairly lucky. There's a random chance of getting a s.t.a.l.k.e.r sword when you come back and hit that button. Basically, the door will stay shut, and you have to fight a bunch of them before it'll finally open.
Welcome back. Good job, young man. Good luck to you. Well, this is all I can give for this.
Glasses, drawings, mechanical parts, audio speaker. I think we might have missed the glasses and the drawings, but I could be wrong. Alright. So this should be our final trip out. So we want to be prepared for anything. Though I'm not really expecting much trouble. I'm not actually sure we're going to ever use the Helsing.
Alright.
How are we doing on filters? 8 minutes. Let's buy another one. Surprisingly, our mask didn't take any damage when we got punched.
Good luck.
Somebody doesn't sound too happy. Making sure I'm not missing anything. The actual items you need to collect are a bit harder to see with the night vision on. I meant to hold F and recharge my flashlight. Or rather my night vision, but apparently I didn't hold it long enough. It's okay. So when they go down on all fours like that, I'm pretty sure you need to back away a little bit, just so you're not within their arm's reach, otherwise they'll take a swing at you. Luckily, after they walk away, there's still a bit of a delay even here where you're pretty visible. I don't know what he's doing. It's like, oh, you're still here. Oh, never mind. Well, this room looks familiar, but let's look over here first. This is where you would usually find the audio speaker. So, even though it's supposed to be a map of the metro, it just looks like one of Artyom's diary entries. But yeah, that's the map of Secret Metro. So technically we're done now. Also, it always spawns this guy when you pick that up. But, it doesn't actually seem to work. He actually looks like one of the gross black ones. But yeah, he seems to be broken. And this happened last time as well. He just doesn't move. I bet if I shot him, he would trigger his aggressive stance, but otherwise he just sort of chills and stares at you. Again, like I said, because of the way they were rushed with this, a lot of this DLC is missing polish. You know, the floating knife, this guy, just little things like that that, you know, kind of say that we didn't have time for QA. We just had to pump this out before our publisher got angry. And I assume after getting, you know, just picked up by another company, they don't really want to agitate their publisher. Oh, you know what? Is there anything in here? There's a speaker. So we're missing the glasses and the drawings. And I believe those are farther up. We should have found those kind of around where we first started seeing librarians. And this door here leads, again, to the surface. You know, let's go up here and give this a quick once-over. Sort of trace our steps backwards to see if there's anything we missed. Because they should be somewhere here in the library, I believe. Man, talk about rigor mortis. This guy's not even sitting on anything. There is actually a pretty well done guide for this DLC. Someone sort of handed a map through multiple playthroughs to kind of mark the spawn points for artifacts, because I believe they have somewhat set spawns. It just randomizes what's in those spawns, you know? But there's only so many places things could be. And according to their guide, the drawings are in this room somewhere. And the glasses are either on the second floor or first floor of the library. So I am trying to... yeah. Actually, hitting a demon with a Hellsing is pretty difficult, even though there's an achievement for killing one with one. How many times did I say one there? Because the arrows are slow, and the demons are kind of fast. I don't know that we actually killed any of these in our main playthrough. Well, he's not going to be bugging us anymore. Killed him so hard he fell through the floor. Unfortunately, killing him means the lurkers are now going to be hanging around. So let's try to find that drawing. Most Ricky Tick. We also don't have a lot of filter time left. Well, actually we do. We have 10 minutes, but, you know, it's still limited. Yeah, you better run. Actually, you know what? Let's see how they like that. If I can get up on here, I can probably get a better view of the ground. It's not going to be up there because you can't get up there properly. It should just be on the floor or something. This is kind of why I don't like LPing things with randomness built in, because it's kind of hard to show off things if you don't actually know where they're going to be. I apologize if you guys have seen it and I am not seeing it, and you're just yelling at the screen. Kinda wish I had binoculars now. But you know what? That's either a patch of light or that's it right there. And I was just standing on it the whole time. It might actually be easier if I keep my light off, since those things have their own glow. This is the second floor, I think. No, that's the tape. Glasses are also a bit of a pain to have your last item be because they're pretty small. There they are. And for once, I actually tracked everything down, which is what that achievement is for. And now we can return home triumphant. Ain't nothing gonna stop us from bringing these home. Oh, this is the wrong way. That might stop us for a minute. Alright. Okay, that sound means that we're stuck out here. Well, alright.
Good day, rookie.
It's a shame these two are always asleep. They actually have a couple stories they can tell.
Let's see if you have anything valuable there.
Oh, you know, we might have a little something.
Incredible! The map of secret metro. I'm totally at a loss for words, I must say. Unbelievable. You did exceptionally great today. Marvelous, simply marvelous. I think you should report your find to the station chief personally. He will have a new assignment for you, I presume.
And with that, we've completed our time here as a stalker. Ugh. That certainly is a shadow. Oh, now we have a body. I think we've earned a body in our time here.
Back in one piece.
And yeah, so that's the end of Kshatriya. Kshatriya, not Kshatriya. As I said, it's one of my favorite kind of Metro levels. It's fairly long compared to the other ones, but I like the sort of open-world-y thing they got. Obviously, it's not real open world, since you're going through it in a set progression, but, you know, if they made an entire Metro game a bit more like that, then that'd be pretty interesting. And 4A is apparently working on some sort of sandbox game next, so it'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table. Anyhow, that's the end of that one, finally. It's pretty long. None of the other ones are really that long. Next up, we have something that I don't think I'm going to go all the way through, because it's basically just a battle arena. It's sort of a, you know, a horde mode with a completion. And as you go through it, you unlock bigger and bigger horde arenas to fight through. We'll take a look at it, but again, I don't think it's really worth going through all of them. It's pretty much just, hey look, I'm shooting stuff. And that, along with the developer pack, are not kind of proper DLCs compared to the other ones. Like, the other ones are kind of just, you know, proper levels. These two are more like, well, I mean, this one's just an arena challenge, and the developer pack is... The developer pack is weird, and it seems kind of like padding for the season pass. So, we'll take a look at Tower Pack next, and we're kind of, you know, got a couple more of these to go. Until next time, I've been Shadefire, and I'll see you all again with some more Metro, or some more Resident Evil if you're keeping up with that as well. Until then, you folks all take care.